I hate birthdays.
Do you? Oh, that day too.
And he goes, all right, Joe. Hi, Wayne. Good to have you. So, I'm looking, I think, you're joking me. You're joking.
So I've just took all my clothes off, and I've talked there behind me, the clothes off, so there
you
go
dived
3,
in.
2, 1. When it dived in, I look back and them two just laugh their heads off.
Wait, this proper looks like a kid's birthday party. It takes me back.
They've got smaller.
Let's crack on. There you go.
What is it?
It's not.
Like Kid and Kel.
Who loves orange soda? Wayne loves orange soda. Oh, that tastes rank.
Yeah, it tastes
I haven't had
disgusting.
that kind of drink for years.
They've changed all the... Do you know what? The
Yeah.
sugar tax ruined my childhood. It's ruined all your drinks now. Like, they've just filled them with sweetness. And now you're not allowed refills either. No, full sugar ones. You're only allowed, like,
It's to
diet
do
refills.
with restricting, like...
It's the law, innit? You're not allowed to have too much sugar.
Okay, well, this is a slightly different episode of the show because, Wayne, it's your big birthday. How are you feeling about being 40?
Don't know. Don't really feeling old or young. Something about this the other week saying, if I was 70, and then you say, like, what would you do to go back to being 40?
All right. And what would you
You'd
do?
enjoy yourself. So that's how I'm looking at it.
So you're enjoying yourself?
I was 70, but I've gone back to 40. So I'm going to enjoy it even more.
Okay, that's. I thought that was quite a deep start, to be honest. This is a party with a difference, Kate.
I
I
know.
like that you've embraced it.
I'm embracing it, man. This is what you've got to do, right? When you turn up to Wayne Rooney's birthday party, you've got to get in the spirit, bro. Come on.
You've got the hat, and it's like...
My head's huge. This is why.
Yeah, so's mine. That's why I'm not wearing
This
it.
string is hanging on for dear life, I swear to you.
By the end of this show, it's going to hurt a little bit. Now, this is a slightly special episode because we do want to kind of celebrate your 40 years so far. So we're going to have a few special guests. Firstly, did you think that Paul had maybe dressed up a bit today?
A little bit. I was saying to before, he's got all Man City clothes on, even the socks, look.
Yeah, let's bring in your agent, Paul Stretford, and long-term friend. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Paul is always here during the recordings, always watching, been influential in getting this show off the ground. But not only that, you've been with Wayne. How long have you known Wayne, Paul, firstly?
Since he was 16.
Wow.
Long time.
Long time. What's it been like being his agent, manager, friend, and probably a lot of other things during that period?
It's quite honestly been one of the best things ever that happened in my life. He's what tends to annoy me is people don't realise how genuine a guy is, which I know you two do now.
Mm.
Yeah. He's a proper person, down to earth, and he has a lot to give to people. He's a people person, really.
Something that's come across from working with him and getting to know him through the show is just a normal lad that was quite good at football and was catapulted onto the world stage at such a young age. And you were there to witness that. What was that like?
That day when he was catapulted to the world was mayhem, to be honest, because I think first of all, didn't Moisey want you to wear a tie? Was that when we wanted you to wear a tie?
It's just tucked into one of his birthday sweets, Paul.
What a time.
I know he's going, and it's actually fitting because that night is when I won the Young Sports Personality. Yeah. And I had a chewing gum, was like this, went up the hill.
Just like he's doing now.
I was chewing like that. And I had a tie, but I didn't tie it all the way up. And I hated wearing suits, so I got hammered for it in the press, but Colleen was meant to come clean and borrow money off her mum to buy a dress. Moisey Banda wouldn't let her come because we were under 18.
Oh.
So it was in London, the award. So I got a bit of stick because I didn't know the etiquette of going to sports personality awards. And I would have went in the taxi if I could.
and to be honest, that just shows you what the mayhem of it is and the mayhem that went on from there, which was catapulted by his ability. And by his the force of nature that he was and is. It was just unfortunate that we decide we think we're not into like being a class society anymore. But back in them days, it was definitely, oh, here's this lad, what would he know? And the way he was treated from that and carried forward was difficult. But if anyone could handle it, he could, because the mental resilience that he had that at 16.
Did he?
Oh, yeah, definitely had that at 16.
So what would you say were the biggest challenges were at that period?
I think media management was a real difficult challenge. You know, he's talked about it on a number of these podcasts. That was a difficult challenge, and people think that because of his nature, it doesn't hurt. It did hurt him, and it hurt those around him a lot more. So I think that was the most difficult thing. Once he was on a pitch, that was his place. No one was going to be better than him.
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with Wayne and how it's changed over the years? Because he's been and seen so much, football's taken him around the world. On that day too.
Happy birthday
From one Scouser to another.
Happy birthday to
For those who are listening to this as a podcast rather than watching it on iPlayer or YouTube, big Evertonian and, of course, boxer Tony Bellew has just joined the party and come in with a birthday cake. Tony, thanks for coming to the party.
How are you, lad? You all right?
do it, mate. You're all right.
Okay, how are you?
Hello, Tony. Good to see you. It's all right. It's all right. You can crash this party. We're happy to have you. We were just hearing Paul say some really nice things about Wayne. I'm sure you've got some less nice things to add.
And about me at the time.
No, that's all right. And Waz is a good lad. What do you want me to? What can I possibly add? Yeah, he's my mate, so yeah, he's one of the boys, isn't he?
How did that friendship start?
I first met Waz. I can't remember. Some of the memories I have. I'm turning up in my dressing
I was
room.
waking
Quite
up
funny.
off the ring floor.
Yeah, thank you. Jesus Christ. He showed up in my dressing room on multiple occasions, but we've got to know each other over the years. And he's a diamond. I think he's misunderstood. He's a lot more outgoing and a lot funnier than people actually get. And he's got an heart of gold. So yeah, he's a funny boy. But turning up in them dressing rooms in the early days, Jesus Christ, that was lively.
Tell us more.
That was a good job you won anyway.
Yeah, most of the time I was winning them. I think he's only turned up to one defeat. And yeah, he was always a good laugh. Into the dressing room, full of laughs. And listen, when you was it, everyone wants a piece of him. And it's very, very difficult. And he's had that life since he was 16, 17, where everyone always wants a piece of him. So coming into a boxing environment in a dressing room, everyone's there being part of my team and supporting him, but they all were like, Wayne Rooney's just walked in. Can we just get a picture and we do this? So it's hard for him to just relax and chill out. But when he finally does get a chance to relax and chill out, he's all right, you know, he's not too bad.
he come into our dressing room. When I went back to Everton, obviously Tony was the king of Finch Farm.
I wasn't ignoring him.
He was the king of Finch Farm. So I went back and I remember I was getting a massage off Jimmy, the masseur. And then Tony, you do a lot of your training now, and
Yeah.
before fight and stuff. And then Tony walk in, right, all right, lad. And then he's like, what happened Saturday? What's going on there? How'd you lose that game? It was like me, Bainesy and Jags, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I've always been around them, and as I said, when Waz came home, it was brilliant. You know, seeing him around the lads and at Everton. And I remember seeing him as a kid, and I was young, and Waz is obviously a little bit younger than me. The first time I'd ever seen Wayne was at Goodison Park, and it was before the game was kicking off, and you know where they've been warmed up and they're about to go in and get into the proper kit and stuff like that. And he was about to run in. He was the last one to go in. There was a ball left on the halfway line, and he gets to the tunnel, but he looks back at it, and it's like one of them kids who can't leave stuff alone. And he's seen this ball on the halfway line, and he's looked, he's gone back, and he's as if to say, you know what, I'm just going to hit this. And he walked up this ball. He didn't even run. He just walked up with 2 or 3 steps, and he hit this ball. And I swear I have never seen a ball struck so clean. Bear in mind, I've been at Everton Football Club since I was 9, 10 years of age. And this ball went straight in the top corner without touching the floor from the halfway line. And everyone just jumped up, and no one really knew who he was. It was just like, oh my Lord, what have we just witnessed? And he just put his head down and ran down the tunnel. But as he told me many years later, he tried that about 500 times. And twice. I just happened to be there on the one it came off on.
Boxing's a big part of your life as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I love boxing. So it's it's mad, and I think of late, we've obviously Tony, we had Liam Smith, all the lads from Liverpool who've gone on to be world champions, but I think Tony's one was emotional because you knew, obviously, Tony is very emotional as well, and
unfortunately,
but he doesn't hide, his love for Everton as well as his family and fighting and stuff, and that fight at Goodison when he's winning the title at Goodison Park was, I think for everyone who knows Tony, was just like a special moment, for us all to witness, and so yeah, it's and boxing. I've tried. I've probably phoned Tony a few times when I've had a few things saying, "Come on, let me get in the ring." What's going on? But
any time I've had that phone call about how he thinks he can take me and do me, he never stops. He never ends. You know what?
Have you seen him box?
Yes.
Is it good?
Any good?
Wayne can fight. Yes. Okay. I wish. No, I don't wish. Actually, no, I don't. That's the wrong word to say. He does have ability. He's a sportsman. He's a professional athlete, but he's talented across different sports. He could have definitely fought 100%. And then you've got to look at, his uncle Richie, who's a mate of mine. I've known him for a long, long time. Richie Rooney, who's ran Crocs at ABC from the get-go, is a brilliant coach. He spent time in there. His nephew now boxes, who plays for Everton as well, and little Shay. There's that many of them, and they're all fantastic sportsmen. It's just the way named Rooney. It could take to anything. I swear to God, you'd probably find a Rooney table tennis player somewhere, or a tennis. They're really good sportsmen. His brother John, they're quality sportsmen. And I say, boxing is. I've said this from the get-go. Boxing is probably 70% mental and 30% physical. You don't get to the levels he's got without being mentally strong. He would adapt that and he would use it to his advantage, and he would figure a way through it without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt him in a boxing ring.
Talking about boxing, at my wedding,
you
know the story with Joe Calzaghe.
Yeah.
What have you done?
So I was looking after Joe at the time.
Okay.
And so Joe came to the wedding. Wayne's there, of course.
Yeah.
And we've had a few drinks.
you know what's coming out there.
He offers Joe Calzaghe out. So he says, I'm stood there talking to them both, and he goes, "All right, Joe. Hi, Wayne. Good to have you." I said, "I'm looking. I think you're joking me." So
On my wedding day.
So he's going to say, "Don't just calm down. I just want to do a bit of shadow boxing with him." So we go out and we go onto the green outside where we're.
This is still at your wedding.
In the middle of my wedding. So we go out. And I said to Joe, just. Like Joe's going, yeah, don't worry, it's nothing. So he goes out. First thing, so Joe's just sort of stood there, easing. To the ribs.
That's bad enough. That's bad enough saying it to any boxer, let alone someone that went undefeated there.
Yeah, exactly. I think
that's to me. I seen him. He was a bit vulnerable. He'd had a few things. I might be the first. I might give him his first defeat.
I'm thinking Joe's gonna react.
As a fighter, he never reacts to stuff like that, but he only just challenged the greatest fighter Britain's ever produced. You know what I mean? Fantastic.
No, it was good. Good.
But that's Wayne, eh?
It is. He's lively, and he's even more lively if he's had a pint.
Oh, yeah.
As most men are, to be honest. To be fair, we're all the same. We're all children who have never really grown up. And was is one of the biggest children I've ever met.
Have you ever been tempted? Because you get linked with like misfits and stuff like that quite a lot, don't you?
No, you get asked to go and do misfits and all that. And I think some of the you look at Jake Paul now and what reason he's a good boxer. He's very good KSI as well and whatever. But no, it's like a little bit of fun and mess around. Yeah,
I think it's something that's
Phil Dowd's
gone on. It's gone on in their family for years, and as I said, he's watched cousins, brothers, all of them do it, and his uncle. So it's the natural thing, but fighting and training are two totally different things. Yeah. When you get in a ring and you're fighting and the other guy wants to hit you, it's a different ballgame. It's not like sparring. It's not like training. It's a different animal altogether. So.
But also, you've got to be really motivated to want to get in that ring. There has to be like something else apart from like just it's misfits.
Well, I think as you see it with Tony, when you see fighters and if you do speak to him before a fight and it's the build up to the fight lead, like he's a completely different person.
Yeah.
Then to what he is now. Of
course,
where they're in that zone and it's which
We have a switch that
they-
gets
they need
flicked,
to get
but
to.
he'll have that before game time. You know, he'll be in his dressing room and ready to walk out and play in front of 50, 60, 100,000, whatever they're playing in front of. A flick gets switched and it's just, it's that fight or flight moment. And some people have got it, some people haven't. Waz has got it because he's been doing it on the big stage of football for that many years. And I've got it obviously with what I've done in my sport, but we all have our own individual talents. Not everyone's set out to be a sportsman. It's hard, you know, in my opinion, the hardest job in the world is to get up and be a decent parent. Day in, day out.
Absolutely.
There's no job that's harder. And believe it or not, there's no book on how to be a perfect parent, because if there was, it'd be the greatest selling book the world's ever seen. So my things that I think about is, you know, them people that are going out doing 9 to 5s, them people that are working really hard, your binmen, your normal 9 to 5 daily people that are grafting every day and going on to be a great parent. They're the ones that I really look to as if, wow, you know, what you're doing is unbelievable.
Tony, we know you've got to get off quite soon, but what's your favourite Wayne memory?
I've got that many.
Give us a top 3 if you want.
Maybe one on the field and one off the field.
Go on.
Go on.
So our boys were playing against each other. His lad plays for Everton, man plays for United. We're playing against each other. So I know it's the first time I've been there when Tony's been there. So I know he's a bit loud on the touchline there. So
It's an understatement that was. He's being
I've
very
gone up to
kind.
him on the touchline and went,
Just constantly shut up.
come on lads, they don't need to be shouting now, they're just kids, let them play. So honestly, for about 10 minutes, I could see him like, and then all of a sudden he just went,
I'm always shouting encouragement to the
come on you
kids.
Blues!
I always encourage the kids. I never shout instructions because these people have forgot more about football than I'll ever know, but I'm always encouraging them. You're doing great, keep going, push to the next one, press, close down, you're doing great, work. So yeah.
We're glad you're on soccer, don't we? You've done your
Unfortunately, yeah, I've snapped my Achilles on that. That was absolutely
I didn't
fantastic.
even know you know until after the game.
Of course you didn't.
just went off.
25 years of fighting, and the worst injury in my life was my Achilles snapping at soccer. Yeah, I walked off, to be fair. I mean, Usain Bolt got stretchered off screaming on gas there. The year before, and I walked off. I'd watched the clip of Kobe Bryant a couple of weeks before where he walks off the court.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I've got 2 ways of going out here, like Usain screaming and crying on a stretcher with
But you had
gas in
something
there.
before the game, didn't you?
My calf was tight.
You can't.
My calf was tight, and I was rubbing the deep heat into
Yeah,
it,
I remember
and
you
I
saying
just
that.
thought, I'll be all right, just crack on. And then that bang, the noise I
yeah,
heard,
it's like a-
I thought someone had shot me in Old Trafford. And I just thought that of all the times,
Was there anybody around you? Because sometimes I feel people think
went
like
to sprint after the girl who ran past me.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, the bang was just so. How many was in Old Trafford that I clearly heard the bang? I thought, oh, I can't believe I've been shot in Old Trafford. And then I thought, the pain weren't that bad at first. And then I went to walk, I went to run, and then my leg was floppy. My foot was floppy. Then
Was he
my leg.
sympathetic when he found
I
out?
didn't
Of
know.
course he was. He's probably laughing his head off.
I think that
Tony,
would
I
happen.
can't believe that I asked you your best Wayne memories and you've turned it into one of the most horrific injuries of your life.
but me best memory, the Arsenal goal. I was at that game. That was amazing. What he done, was it the West Ham we scored from the
Ham,
halfway line?
yeah.
West Ham had only the hat-trick in the halfway line.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I was hoping you were going to tell us about some parties or some kind of off-field
No,
stuff.
They're not.
no, they're not for these kind of cameras.
It's worth a try.
they're personal moments that we
Yeah.
that we like to keep between us. He can't dance and he can't move. I mean, we sat up.
Can he sing? This is something he keeps mentioning.
I think he thinks he can when he's had a bevy, as usual. He thinks he can have a fight when he's had a bevy. He thinks he can sing when he's had a bevy. Yeah, he thinks he can do absolutely anything when he's had a bevy. But the reality of it is, he's not the best singer now. To be fair to him, he can have a scrap.
Yeah.
And he's really good at football, with or without a bevy. So,
Did you go Leeds United away when he scored?
yes.
Yeah. What?
When he does Lucas Radaby,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then goes through his
Yeah,
legs.
I was playing the pictures from that. I think there's, I don't know if you know Jed Aldo, there's our Eugene. There's some of my family and friends jumped on the pitch, I'd scored. So then the picture after, I didn't even know, like, I'm just thinking there's all fans, all like, look at me, and then The picture was in the paper the next day. It was like me uncle here, me mate.
Just a family photo.
Basically, Crocky's on the pitch at Elland Road. The whole of Crocky. So yeah,
it was the first time we beat them in 50 years.
Wow.
At Elland Road, yeah.
He's created so many great memories, but you want to ask him what are his favourite memories. Like I said, I've got loads, but I've known these days he's my mate, and getting to know him has been a pleasure. And coming back home was brilliant for me. When he comes back to Finch Farm and I see him the first time, bear in mind I've been going to Finch Farm for about 8-9 years at this stage, and I've been training for my fight and preparing there. So when a dressing room and a physio table and stuff like that, they're pretty sacred places in football clubs. Not like you shouldn't be in there. But I was getting treatment one day. It wasn't off coma, I think it was off one of the other physios. And Waz was on the bed, and you just come up and pinch him on the neck, and he was still, who the f*** hell's that saying now, dog? Because all the other players, like, they don't really give him that kind of abuse or give him that much stick. I'd just do whatever. And he just turned on to say he was going to sit and oh, all right, what are you doing here? You know, wasn't the response you give the others. But yeah, he's a great laugh. He's a diamond, and I think it's great. This what he's doing as well. I think it's been brilliant. I've been watching. I catch it on social media and stuff like that. So it's really good. And you are a funny chap, young boy.
Oh, cheers.
Oh, look at that.
Appreciate it.
You're hilarious. So yeah, keep doing what he's doing. I think he's doing brilliant.
We'll have to get you on more often.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, like, but you know, no one wants to look at my ugly mug that much stretch. I've got that much on, and I have to run it by the boss first, mate, and whatever shape it is, that, you know what I mean. And if I'm away from home too long,
I want to tell a Tony Bellew story.
Okay, go on then.
So when Colleen was going into the jungle and she couldn't tell anyone, there was one person she definitely wrong, was Tony. And the things he said to her was what she did, wasn't it? Which was, be yourself and you'll be fine. And she was really nervous about going in.
We were at the kids' footy, weren't we?
we were at the kids' footy. We had a tournament, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I'd got wind that she was going, and obviously no one knew. It's top secret, so I've gone over and had a chat with her. And she now knows it's trying to give someone the tips of, if only I'd have knew when I went in. Things like smoky water. Everything you drink, it just tastes of smoke. And you better make sure when you go on a trial, you empty that bottle up and you fill it up in the water canister.
Everyone's going
the
now.
little things, yeah. And I remember thinking my first night there, thinking, at about 12 o'clock, they're going to go, right, guys, come on, we go to the hotel now, we'll come back here in the morning. And I was lying there about 12:30, looking up at the sky, thinking, no one's coming, are they? I thought, I'm definitely sleeping here, and these noises I'm going to have to listen to all night. And it's just little things like that, but listen, what she's done, she's been amazing. She's done absolutely fantastic. And it's a crime that she didn't get to win it, to be honest. It's absolutely disgraceful. 2 Scousers, 2 years running, and we're both finished second. It's just the fact of the Southerners didn't want to let us Northerners win it. That's what it is. And on that note, I'm all done. Guys, thank you very much for having me.
I feel like Tony summed up a lot of what you were trying to say about Wayne really well there, about him as a person.
Better than I did, to be fair.
Well, no, he did rudely interrupt you a little bit, didn't he? You were mid-flow. I think I was asking you about what it's been like to manage him through the roller coaster of playing and management.
Listen, there's been ups and downs of it.
He's only 40, you know. Yeah. So hard to feed.
Actually, I didn't have grey hair when I first started representing him. But no, there's been some ups and downs. But you know what? Wayne's dealt with everything, and we're a team, we're a partnership. And people say, you know, his agents and so on. The one thing I do know, what me and Wayne have isn't usual in football. And I was in football a long time before Wayne came along with lots of players. It's not a usual thing, and we are a partnership, and we respect each other. We know each other inside out, and yeah, it works. But that's through his fortitude, because there's lots of temptations to go on. You know, can you go here? And when I actually signed Wayne, everyone was after Wayne, and were for a long time afterwards. So we stuck around a long time, and now is the next phase of his life. I'm coming to the end of mine, so hopefully it's not too soon.
How influential has Paul been for everything you've done? Because it feels like Paul saying that there about it's not usual in football. It does feel like your relationship is a bit more of a friendship as well.
Yeah, it is, and I think it was like 15, 16 is when I met Paul, and my mum and dad, we met loads of different agents who come to our house, and I didn't really have an interest in any of them who come. And then I used to lie on the floor in front of the fire. I was just asleep, and the agent would be speaking to my mum and dad, and I weren't really that interested. And then Paul come, and to be honest, the reason I was interested first is because I looked outside and he had a green Aston Martin.
So I wonder if you'll let me drive it.
Well, that was the next.
That was the next thing, yeah.
But no, and then obviously spoke to my mum and dad, and we'd like Paul, and so asked them to be my agents, and then from there, it's not. You see players with different agents, and they're trying to do whatever, and then they don't speak forever. I speak to Paul every day, and I've done since I was 16, and so it's a friendship. Families are close. I'm goddaughter to one of his daughters, so yeah, it's. Don't see it as, oh, there's my agent. And obviously times when I need him to go in and negotiate and be my agent, that's the time. But yeah, it's more of a friendship.
What's your biggest head in hands moment that you can say on this show with Wayne? Or a funny story? Because you must, I mean, the wedding one was pretty good that you told with Tony, but I imagine you could write a good book on it.
Yeah. No, you just never know, because he is naturally funny, and he'll create funny situations. Oh, I'll give you one. He actually went on to win this. So I was at in fact you were there, Kay, with him at the Legends dinner. So I was at a Legends dinner once, and he was playing in the Champions League, and so I'm looking at the time. A phone call comes in from Wayne. I'm thinking, he should be playing. Has he been left out? And I get, hello, lad. I'm in the dressing room. I said, really? I said, what's up? I've been sent off. I said, oh, you're joking me. So I'm thinking, he's gone and done someone. I said, what do you get sent off for? Applauding the referee. So it's like, I've got a table about 25 people around me. I'm in the middle of a dinner, and I'm thinking, no, he can't have been sent off for applauding the referee. What
was that against Roma, wasn't it? I think it was
Villarreal.
Villarreal, sorry.
Yeah. So,
Paul, thank you so much. That was a lovely tribute to Wayne. He looks a bit uncomfortable with it. He's a bit like, he's never been this nice, has he?
I feel like I died or something.
All right, I'll tell you what, let's bring in some other mates.
Brucey! How you doing, pal?
Yeah, right. You okay, mate?
I've seen enough of these last few days.
Right, we have just been joined on the show by two friends and former teammates of Wayne, Alex Bruce and Darren Gibson. First questions first. We obviously know you had a bit of an interesting weekend away for Wayne's 40th. Who were you guys?
To say the least. Me and my wife were Danny Zuko and Sandy. I've gelled the hair. It's looking a bit fluffier today.
It looked better though. I said that to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
You should keep it like that.
I know.
I was Liam Gallagher. Went safe. Not one for dressing up.
It's a lot safer than what Colleen... What did he look like? He's described it to us in last week's show.
His high heels were good.
He had more outfits than Freddie Mercury himself. He had every one.
Did you? You didn't
The
say
pink
that.
one. The pink one.
No, I
didn't
had
last.
two Freddie Mercury ones.
The pink one didn't last for very long, did it?
That was
The Hoover.
Yeah, I think Colleen knew because she got me the one with the dress in skirt, and she knew that I'd take it off quite quick.
Yeah.
So I went then for the jeans and the.
You look better in that one.
Yeah, sounds a bit more practical.
Hey, I walked well in the heels though.
Yeah, you did.
He's very
He
proud
did,
of
to be
this, the
fair.
fact that Colleen broke her foot and he survived.
Do you know what? I was next to her when she broke it as well, and how she's done that, I do not know. It was so innocuous, wasn't it? She took it like a trooper. But he definitely wore them better.
The rest of the weekend, how was it?
Amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very good.
I had a
Very good
game
weekend.
Saturday, so I only joined them Saturday night, but you didn't have a clue, did you, Friday when you went down?
No, it was. I thought we were going to the pub near where we live, and then the helicopters come in, and I was like, I thought someone was coming to the house.
Didn't you say that you thought someone was landing in the garden?
So what's going on here? And then started to realise that she'd planned something. Yeah.
Let's go back to your memories from further back. Darren, you guys were teammates at Manchester United, weren't you? What are
We
your
were.
big memories of Wayne?
He led me astray. No, I'm messing. He looked after me well, to be fair. By the time I'd broken the squad, Wayne was obviously well established, and he took me and Johnny Evans under his wing and looked after us.
That's the boring version. Give,
Yeah,
us,
I know.
Give us the good version. What did he do?
If
Do you know what, right?
If I tell you the truth, it's going to get him in
give
trouble.
up-
You have to pull all the wires.
Give him when he first got in the first team squad was really quiet and wouldn't speak a word. So I pulled him. I think it was the last game of the season, something. So I pulled him. Remember pulling him and saying, "Give up." I said, "No, when you have summer off, when you come back, you need to be vocal. You need to shout and like let people know you're there." And so I remember the first day pre-season training, we come back in and he's back in like Giggsy's got the ball or something. And he's just going,
You're doing what you're told.
I was like,
Took his advice. I was trying to turn into you.
But no, and then me, Gibbo and Johnny had little. I was the elder one, not by much, but I had our little group and we were always together.
I think a lot of people don't see that side to you, though, how much of a mentor you can be, though.
I don't know. It's
Did you say
Natural.
mentor?
Comes natural, do you, doesn't it?
yeah, no, it's being a captain as well. You see young players coming in, and I know I was a young player, and you want to try and help and help them get developed, because sometimes young players have got the talent, but maybe not the temperament to stay.
To be fair, if
at
you
school.
hadn't have said that to me, I think I'd have been the exact same the season after.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you did. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, for you, your friendship. Talk to me about how your friendship with Wayne came, because you obviously.
We didn't really have a
Wayne's
friendship when
laughing.
we didn't really have a friendship when we were really young. We've known each other since we were kids.
Is that just from living close?
Yeah, we've got mutual friends, so we've got close over the years. But when we were kids, we used to play against each other, and he used to just try and kick the hell out of me. And I remember he used to say, "That's Steve Bruce's son," and I used to think, "Who's this leery little Scouse kid here who's just trying to boot me all the time?" And that was the start, really. And from then, it's obviously developed to mutual friends. We went out, and then we just became pals.
You played against him during your career as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember playing against him for Hull against Man United at the KC and Old Trafford, I think. But the KC in particular, I remember he scored a volley. There was a volley or a half volley, and I got really tight to him, and I thought he's never going to put it in from there. And I kind of let him shoot. I've let it go over my shoulder, and he's typical him, sticks it straight in the top corner.
Everyone that played against Wayne seems to have a memory like that, right?
Yeah, it's always just like, oh, he was hard to defend against. He was amazing, but yeah, he was a great player. I think it's you're not really going to find many defenders that are going to be like, yeah, I had him in my back pocket. It's not going to happen.
We asked him with defenders recently, didn't we? And we didn't find many. Yeah. What about your memories with Alex then? Because you've heard his side.
Yeah, no, I think with Alex Angelo, I think the best thing I could say is I'm comfortable around him. Do you know what I mean? I think
Is that quite hard to get sometimes when you've got?
yeah,
the
no, of
friend
course
you
it is, and I can be myself, and act silly and mess around and whatever around him, and so that's we had a great time in Ibiza, didn't we, as well?
Yeah.
Was that this summer?
That was the
We went
summer.
to Ibiza. We've had do you know what? We've had so many good
He'd
memories.
done me in Ibiza a few years ago as well. You too? It was both years?
What for?
On what?
On the
So,
boat.
we're
I
not-
saved your life on the boat.
No,
you thought
yeah.
you could swim to that other boat.
Yeah. No, so what happened? We're on the boat and we're there and there's all couples and we get to the front of the boat. So I don't know why, I think it was me who said this, we should jump in
Titanic?
naked.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I hope there was no one around.
so they're
That
like,
was the problem.
yeah, so they're like, yeah. So I've took all my clothes off and I've thought they're behind me, the clothes off, so there
you
go
dived
3,
in.
2, 1. When I dived in, I look back and them two just laughed their heads off at me.
To be fair, you
Do the
walked into that
breaststroke.
one, Wayne.
Little white horse
Tried to get back
sticking
on-
out of the
tried to
water.
get back on the boat.
Red raw with a little white arse.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so they never come in. But no, I think best thing I can say is obviously with the wives and as well as we're all friends and I'm really close and comfortable around each other. And I know if I need anything, I only have to ask one and he'll do everything to help.
There's levels isn't there? We've seen it. We've been fortunate to be pals with a lot of people who play football and what have you. But wherever he goes, he's a superstar. So,
has he stayed the same since you've known him from his playing career to afterwards when he's retired?
Yeah. Not changed one bit from the very start.
Never changed, and that's the good thing about him.
Is he always the class clown? Is he always the one doing the pranks? Because every story, like even when he talks about being a player, he talked about how he would get bored and he would just annoy people. And
I think to say he's the class
not
clown.
the clown, but like the one that wanted to do the jokes, keep the morale.
He's just a lad who loves a good time, loves company, loves people laughing, and he's just that guy. And I don't think he'll ever lose that way.
See, even yesterday we got back from me 3 days away with everyone. So I got in, I was knackered, so I fell asleep on the couch. And Cleed said to me last night, do you remember Brucey coming round? So
I was on the school run.
He brought my son back, I was like asleep on the couch.
And I was
no, I don't even remember.
I was sat talking to him, and there was a point where I actually looked at him and thought, is he breathing?
Okay, well, this is a party, so we've got another guest to bring in now. Wayne, you've mentioned your favourite TV shows a few times, and I don't even know if you remember, but I got very excited when you said one of them. Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've just seen him, so...
EastEnders.
Acting is not going to be Wayne's thing, because he could have just played along then. Andy Whyment from Coronation Street, aka Kirk Sutherland. He's joining the party. Kirk, I'm going to call you Kirk by accident because I'm such a big Corrie fan, but you've got a real name.
Andy, yeah.
Yeah, Andy, but I'm going to keep calling you Kirk.
You can call me Kirk, I'm used to it.
Did you know that Wayne was a Corrie fan?
Yeah, I knew he was a big Corrie fan. I went to Football for Change, and Wayne and Colleen was there, and he asked me for a picture, which I just find really bizarre. But yeah, I knew he was a big Corrie fan, and it's just for me being a Manchester United fan, and Wayne's our all-time leading goal scorer. For him, like to know who I am, for me, it's just I love it. It's great.
Yeah, it must be a little bit surreal.
It is. It's mad. Like I say, just like I say, I'm there in the East Stand watching all these goals that he scored with the overhead kick and all that against City, and yeah, it's just bonkers, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks, mate. I had a dog, right, which I don't even know.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't even know what it. Yeah, but no, this is not disrespectful. It was because of Fizz's hair and Corrie.
Yeah. Would you ever go into Corrie if they asked you to do? Yeah. No, thinking about it, it's like
Don't start planting seeds.
You're in the back of shot in the road.
Yeah, no, 100%.
We've had a few, like Phil Taylor years ago, he came in and he did a little bit. So we've had quite a few people come in. I might try and get in the back of shot in the road.
Colleen got asked to go in it. Bill Kenwright was trying to do any. Sorted for Colleen to go in it, but I don't think she wanted to.
Oh, well, there you go.
You're sitting at home going, I would kill him.
No, that was just part of our week, watching Corrie, and then obviously when Sky Plus come out, it was even better because you can, if you're missing any, you can record it.
I did notice that you came in armed with a bag.
Yeah, I did.
It is a party, so I'm hoping it's a present.
It is a little present for you, Wayne. I know, like you're a big Corrie fan. I know you've got about 4 bars in your house because Colleen was telling Alan in the jungle. But just got your little Newton and Ridley tray there for you.
Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Thank you.
And then we've got you something as well. Kay, you're on the end, so if you can grab it. Kay can take all the credit.
We're not in Saudi Arabia, but there you go.
We've tracked down, if you listen to the show regularly, you'll know that Wayne mentioned that he went on a Manchester United, you played in Saudi and you did get swords. So
we've got your little.
We're told you collect guitars.
No, I've actually got one very similar to this, signed by John Lennon.
But yeah, look who that one signed by. There you go. There's another sword as well.
It was a 2-pack of swords, didn't realise.
Yeah, it's a 2 for 1, isn't it? Sister Act 2.
He'll be watching that later.
So,
Definitely needs
Sister Act 2 is because
I think everyone started getting the DVDs plays back, didn't they, recently?
Yeah. Or you can watch your wedding DVD as well. And then that's actually a serious present.
That's a proper present, yeah.
Not off Amazon.
Oh, that's for your guitar if you want to play it.
I hate birthdays.
Do you? Why do you hate them? Do you hate the attention?
Yes, I just don't like. I like other people's birthdays.
Do
like
you?
going to
The party.
Yeah, but for yourself, I don't know. Just don't.
It was a big one. It's your 40th. Gotta make the
I
most
know,
of it.
but yeah. No, I appreciate
this
it.
weekend, by the way. Jesus Christ. Sure as I look like you were enjoying it this weekend.
Here's a question. When you were 16 scoring those goals and stuff, right, playing for Everton, did you ever feel like your life would turn out the way it did?
No. Because you never know, do you? And then obviously have kids, and like even if you'd said to me you're going to live up Manchester, Cheshire way that long, I'd say there's no chance. Or I'd say when I finished playing for Man United, I'd go back and live in Liverpool. But obviously, with the kids and schools and stuff, and it changes, and then you have friendships there and stuff. I wouldn't move now. So yeah, it's just life happens to all of us, doesn't it?
Did you think the playing career would go the way it went as well?
Don't know. Thank you.
Sorry, welcome.
Thank you.
If it's not the one you like, blame Paul.
So it is. It is. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know. Playing. I think I'm really pleased with my career and what I achieved. Would have liked to achieve more? Yeah, but and then I'm very fortunate.
Much more.
Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate to have achieved.
Would you like to win a trophy with England?
Yeah.
Don't remind him of that. It's his birthday.
No, of course, yeah. I love playing for England. If we won that, then that would have been incredible.
That's on the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you guys still think you'd be friends with him at 40?
I'm not sure I'm still friends with him. He never picked the phone up to me. He never
Sorry?
answered the phone. Never text me
I
back.
do this all the time.
Never play
Is
golf.
he bad on his phone?
Horrendous.
Yeah, I am. I'm bad.
He's one of my best friends, but he's horrendous on the phone.
How'd you get hold of him then? Go to Colleen?
Just text a call, yeah.
Yeah, I am bad. Listen, I know I'm bad on the phone, and then but then sometimes I like to switch. So I can go home and turn my phone off for 3 days. And
Because you know that the message will get to Colleen if it needs to get
yeah,
to
no, and I can, and like if I go on holiday, I'll turn my phone off, and most of the holiday I won't have it on.
That's quite refreshing though, isn't it? I'd quite like to be able to
Yes,
do that.
I like that, and then as soon as I turn it on, I have my shuff give up.
Peaceful way of
Will you answer your phone? Like it's been off, but no, I'm not the best yet.
Thankfully, Colleen's always on hers, so we can get hold of him when we need to.
Did you think you'd still be friends with him at 40?
Yeah.
Even though you used to think he was that annoying scarce
Yeah, the
kid?
one who used to kick lumps out of me. I think when you meet Wayne, he's so infectious and loves a good time and good fun, and yeah,
Completely different off the pitch than on the pitch.
Totally different, and he's just a normal lad who likes a good time. So yeah, there was no doubts about it really.
What do you think people that don't know Wayne as well as you guys do would be surprised to know about him?
How humble he is, how normal he is. I think when you get to know him, I think everyone who knows him will probably say the same thing, where for the career he's had and the attention he gets wherever he goes.
I also hate how uncomfortable he is with all of this.
Yeah, and he doesn't like it. He gets uncomfortable with it, and that tells you a little bit about him. He's just a normal lad who's got a heart as big as himself as well. So well, I'm not shy to say that, and he's all right. He's a good lad.
He's all right. I think that's probably the good way to end it. Just if you are listening to this as a podcast, you probably weren't aware of all of the gifts that Wayne was given. So for audio purposes, Wayne got a Newton and Ridley, that's the beer. Beer on Coronation Street. And then myself and Kay got him a guitar, which apparently I got the order wrong. It's actually a ukulele, but who knew that? A couple of swords. Like I said, buy one, get one free. And then we got him some aftershave, which Paul told us he wears. So hopefully you do. Otherwise, can go to. Maybe it's what you wear, and that's why you told me to give it. No, it definitely is. Okay, good news. Well, Wayne, have a very happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Where are you going to be on your actual birthday?
I'll be in Dubai
Oh, it's not bad, is it?
on my birthday yet, so coaching kids on
On
my
your birthday?
birthday. Yeah.
Oh, it's the mark of the man, isn't
Don't be
it?
jumping off any boats.
I think I'm on a boat after. I am, I think, after coaching.
Are you going to be there?
Unfortunately, no. Some of us have to work.
Wayne, have a brilliant birthday. Thank you, everyone, for coming in.
Thank you.
Andy, Darren, Alex, brilliant to have everyone here. And as always, you can listen to the Wayne Rooney Show on BBC Sounds, and you can also watch it on the BBC Sport YouTube and iPlayer. We'll see you next week, guys.